screwdriver. When working on a pump, whether it's been installed, use a screwdriver to loosen the cover and tap it off the back. Then you've loosened all the bolts and removed away from the wet end. Work on it. On this particular pump, there is a diffuser which just pulls off. It's not held on with screws, so that you can access the impeller. And on the Hayward pumps, there's a wear ring which you can also remove. Using a 12mm wrench, you can secure the shaft so it won't turn, and then you can remove the impeller, turning it counterclockwise to release it from the shaft. When you do that, it reveals the seal plate, which just slides off the shaft. Attached to the motor is a mounting plate attached with 4 bolts. Remove those 4 bolts and you can remove the mounting plate from the motor. This you only need to do in the event of a new motor installation. But when you remove the bolts, the mounting plate will come loose from the motor, which is a threaded shaft C-frame motor. Remove the old shaft seal from the pump. Look first at the seal plate. In the seal plate is a white ceramic portion that you remove by turning the seal plate upside down. Use a screwdriver to tap it out. The seal has a rubber gasket which needs to come out also. The other half of the seal is on the back of the impeller over the shaft, and you can remove the spring-loaded part of the seal by twisting it and pulling it off. When you're ready to replace the seal, start first with the seal plate. The white ceramic part with the rubber gasket goes into the hole in the seal plate. Lubricate it if you need to, only around the edges of the gasket. Do not get lubricant on the white ceramic part. Place it in the depression that's made for it and press evenly until it seats all the way down into the hole. The other part of the seal goes on the back of the impeller. This is the spring-loaded part. Hold the impeller firmly and slide the seal onto the impeller. Make sure that you can see the black hard plastic ridge, that it's not against the impeller. You can get it. Once we are sure the seal is in the seal plate and attached to the back of the impeller, we will reattach the impeller to the shaft, turning it clockwise until it is hand tight. Don't forget to put the wear ring back on the impeller. It says here this part goes toward the strainer, which is on this side. Put the narrow part toward the motor, the wide part toward the strainer. Once you have the impeller on, the wear ring on, reattach the diffuser. Notice it says top on the diffuser. Place the brackets into the notches and make sure it seats firmly, and make sure that the gasket is on the end of the bracket. When everything has been put back together, you need to reattach the electrical to the motor or attach it to a new motor. Before you do that, read the motor label carefully. This motor says volts 115 230. That means it comes from the factory at 230 volts. and reattach the two screws that hold the cover plate until they're